How are you doing today? I want to hear from you down in the comment section down below. Christmas is just a few short days away, and for the first time, many of you are spending Christmas alone. You've said no to your toxic family and narcissistic siblings and in-laws, and for the first time ever, you're going balls to the wall loner style. Yes, you are. You're going to spend Christmas watching a movie, reading a book with a cup of hot chocolate, fire in the fireplace, just your dog and your cat for the very first time, and I want to know how you feel about that. How is that working out mentally for you? Let me know down in the comment section. Now, some of you have made a decision not to show up for those toxic family members, those narcissistic siblings for the first time, but you feel like you want to give in. You're giving in to the pressure of them constantly contacting you saying, are you going to come? Are you sure you're not going to come? Your neighbors are telling you ought to go. Your church and your pastors are saying, you really should go, hon. You really should go. It is Christmas after all. And so you're finding yourself in this wishy-washy territory. Let me tell you something. I want to be the one who stands up for you right now and say, don't do it. Don't give in to that. Don't be wishy-washy when it comes to your no. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. I want to tell you something. The shortest route to disrespect in this life is wishy-washiness, especially when you say no and then turn that into a yes. That's right. That is the shortest distance to disrespect in this life. It is better to stand firm on your no and to not be people's favorite person, because you won't be. And that's the consequence of standing on your own 2 feet, but at least you'll be respected. And if that's what you're looking for in life, is to be respected, then let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Stand firm and don't go. I'm rooting for you. Now, there's a third group of you, and that's those of you who have maybe said, yes, you will show up, even though you really don't want to. And in this situation, you're getting ready to cross yourself. You're going against yourself, and there is no worse feeling in the world than crossing yourself in this life. That's going to cause you to arrive at your toxic family, toxic in-laws, house shindig situation, but you're not even going to be there. Your body's going to be there, but you're going to be absent. You're going to feel numb. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to be feeling, what the heck am I doing here? It's going to be like a whirlwind. Don't put yourself through that. That's the same cycle that just beats you up each and every year. In this type of situation, it is not too late to say no. Now, I know I just said don't be wishy-washy. That's from going no to yes. But in the case of sometimes going from yes to no, it's okay. Especially if it's going to keep you out of trouble. It's going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you sane. It's not too late to say no. It doesn't matter what they've got planned. It doesn't matter if they're expecting you. If it's not a healthy situation for you, you can right now say, you know what? I've decided I can't go through with this. I'm not going to do this. I'm staying home. Now, you may deal with the consequences, but that's okay. Accept the consequences. Accept the consequences, but it's better to be respected. All right? Either way, you're going to deal with the consequences. You're going to deal with the consequences of saying no, or you're going to deal with the consequences of going. Listen, saying no, if you cannot tell already, is the most important thing for me when it comes to dealing with narcissistically abusive people. And in this season, when you say no to toxic people and narcissistic family members, you're doing a lot more than just saying no to these people. You're saying no to a whole lot more that is going to forever impact your life. And I'm excited to share this with you. I want to let you know the truth about what you're saying no to this Christmas and this holiday season. It's not just the narcissistic people. It's something far greater and far bigger. Let's get into it. My name is Kevin. This is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue with your decision to say no to toxicity this Christmas, I'm here to support you. So even if you are spending Christmas alone, you don't have to be totally alone. You can head on down there to the description box, schedule some time with me. I'll spend some time with you this Christmas to help you navigate what's taking place and get you prepared mentally, emotionally, and physically for what's to come. In addition to that, I do have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person each and every day. So if you're looking for a community to become a part of, where it's not pre-recorded videos and written material that you read on your own time and mark your little tests and write your little journals, none of that stuff. I'm spending time with you each and every day to talk with you and answer your questions, and we're all moving forward together. If this is something you're looking for, head on down there, get started. I'd love to see you in class. Now, as I said, You're not just saying no. When you stand up and say no to toxic people, especially around the holidays, you are unconsciously, and even if you're not aware of it, you're saying no to something bigger. There's a bigger picture. There's something greater in your life that's taking place. And I want to help you to understand exactly what this is right now. One of the things that you're saying no to is you're saying no to nostalgia. You're saying no to nostalgia. Everybody say this with me. What is Christmas? What is the holiday season to begin with? The holiday season is tradition. That's all it is. It's tradition. What is tradition? Everybody say this with me. It's nostalgia. Tradition is nostalgia. What is nostalgia? It's wistful longing for the past. What is wistful? I have no idea, but it was part of the definition, so I threw that in there. I believe wistful means excited, hopeful, expectancy, whatever. Nonetheless, wistful longing for the past. Nostalgia is a spell that keeps you caught in a loop of reliving the past over and over and over and over, year after year, like Groundhog's Day, coming back to the past, going back to the past. That is the magic of Christmas. That is the voodoo of Christmas. That is the spell, if you will. It's sprinkled all over Christmas. It's the nostalgia. That's what you've been living under, is the nostalgia. Think about all the great Christmas songs. What are they about? I'm going back home. Please have that pumpkin pie, that raspberry cheesecake like always, that candied hams and yams. Please have all that ready like the years before. Always going back, always reliving. When you are reliving the past, number one, it's impossible. You can never relive the past. Number two, many of you, myself included, have had horrible pasts. Why would you want to go back and thrust yourself back into that time through nostalgia, the portal of the magic of nostalgia? And number three, it stops you from living your life going forward. And I think that there are powers that be, the powers that govern narcissists in this world. There are powers that want you reliving the past. They want you experiencing nostalgia. This is why there's a push at least once a year to have you operate in nostalgia. Relive your past. Don't try to do new things. Relive your past. So when you say no to your toxic, dysfunctional, narcissistic family members for the first time, you're also saying no to nostalgia. You're saying no, and you start to break that spell. You start to break that magic, that voodoo off of your life. That's going to free you up to experience the holiday season doing whatever it is you want to do. All right? There's another thing that's breaking off of you. There's another thing you're saying no to. It's not just narcissistic people. It's not just saying no to nostalgia. You're saying no to compliance. Now, there's nothing more American than saying no to compliance. And believe you me, there is compliance expected or governing Christmas. Is there not? What is compliance? Being in accordance with established guidelines. What are the guidelines established around Christmas? Church, gifts, family, guidelines, compliance, right? Be compliance. This is what it's all. This is why a lot of people go to church around the holiday times. This is why people go to the candlelight vigilant service. And I was a part of it. I used to do that too. Hold the candle out at midnight, right? And a large group of people that don't go to church any other time of the year, but this particular time. Why? Compliance. Because they're told, oh, this is about Jesus. Be compliant. Go. In a lot of ways, churches get ready for this. They really deck their halls. I was involved with a lot of really big Christian churches in Southern California. I'm not going to say any names, but I was on the counseling teams. I was on the worship teams. I know the background of how they operate. I was there getting prepared to do the songs, click track and all, so we can perfect the music up on stage. Lights, camera, action, cue the smoke, cue the lights. Get ready, because a flood of people who don't go to church are even coming to receive a message of Jesus, perhaps for the first time. Baloney. They were there last year at this time receiving the same message of Jesus. So what are you talking about? Compliance. Compliance and nostalgia come together. Compliance. Buy gifts. Buy gifts out of compliance. Listen, if you love people in your life, you should be buying gifts for them in some way, shape, or form year round. Why do you have to have this one day tell you to buy gifts and wrap them up and wrap or make your room all messy? It's, if for anything, it's for the toy stores, right? They're the ones that are laughing and going, yes, please Black Friday sale, fight in the aisles over these toys, make it, get people out here shopping. They're just trying to clear the shelves of all last year's old models so they can get ready to produce more toys and more stuff, more things that people don't really need, right? So, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to be all pessimistic about this. It's the reality of it. Compliancy is a big part of this. Family. Christmas is about family. That's the compliancy. Be compliant. Show up. Show up for your family. So when you say no to toxic, narcissistically abusive people, when you say, no, I'm not going to go this year, I'm spending Christmas doing this, you are saying no to compliance. That is just about, like I said, the most American thing you can do. Don't let people tell you that Christmas is the most American thing. It's not. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth about Christmas. You want to know a little brief Christmas history, Christmas rundown according to the Royal We? It began ages ago. Neolithic age. Neolithic era, right? People out there dancing around naked, no clothes on, hooting and hollering over the shortest day of the year, which happened to be during the wintertime around this time of the year. And they called it the winter solstice. And they were dancing around naked, worshiping whatever gods made this day the shortest day of the year. Woo, hooting and hollering. And then the Roman Empire after that said, hey, we see your party and we like that. We'd like to join your party. Hey, but you know what? We have this god Saturn, right? Saturn has to do something with this winter solstice, so let's throw Saturnalia in there. Then it became Saturnalia. And then it trickled on down from there. And then it gets to the Victorian era, and then the Christians come along and say, hey, we see your party. We like the dancing around. Maybe not the naked part, but that's cool. But hey, can we put Jesus in there? And then they put in baby Jesus, and then before you know it, you got another reason to celebrate, right? And then Santa Claus somehow weasels his way into the picture. You get what I'm saying? It's a hodgepodge of just whatever. It's a hodgepodge that compliance has been centered around, that these guidelines have been put around. This is why you don't have to take any of it as seriously as you've been thinking you have to. It's really not a serious thing. It was serious to those who were dancing around naked because it was the shortest day of the year, and they were like, "Woohoo! The gods made the short day winter solstice." That was probably the only time it was serious. Since then, it's been whatever. So listen, my point is for you to make the holidays your own. And for those of you who are saying no to toxicity, you're saying no to nostalgia, you're saying no to compliance, you are prepping yourself to set your life up to make the holidays what you want, and to break the spell of nostalgia over your life, to break away from living in just compliancy in your life and getting ready to step into who you are, your calling, and your purpose. Amen to that. As I said before, I'm here to support you. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. Telephone calls and video calls are available. I would love the opportunity to speak with you. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and the subscribe button. And be sure to hit the bell notification. And before I leave, watch one of these videos right here, because YouTube is recommending these videos for you, and I think that it's going to really help you out. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. Bye, everyone.